All right, welcome back, everyone. You're taking a live look inside Greenwood Park Mall, where I guess doors are officially open. People are going to be popping some tags this morning on those sales. And we know our Anna Chalker, she's been live there, and we're going to get an update from her. But you can see, look at that. I think that lady's trying to get in that door. Looks like Bath and Body Works. She's trying to get in.
Time for it to open up for the deals. Well, welcome in here, 6 o'clock on your Friday. I hope you had a great holiday with family and friends. Yeah. Really no travel issues because of the weather. It was cold, of course, but, you know, not getting any big storms. I guess that could be a different story for folks headed home for the holiday.
That's right. I know Saturday we're looking at, you know, if you're in town right now, maybe traveling back home driving-wise up north. We're bracing for that snow, my friend.
We still have a day left before the snow. Maybe you get your Black Friday shopping in today, but you may want to consider changing the timeline of when you're headed back home or when you're kicking the family out. Maybe Julie's thinking as soon as possible. No, we're talking about maybe this evening, trying to head out across the state while it's still dry, because starting tomorrow morning, snow flurries will move in. So the morning may still be okay, but the snow is likely to pick up in intensity and in coverage across the state throughout your Saturday afternoon and evening. So it's going to get tricky. At least we're not wet at first with just rain, so the treatment on the road should hold for a second, but then eventually I think some of the snow bursts will even overcome that. It will get tricky for travel, but this morning you're just trying to stay warm out there. We're sitting in the 20s with a stiff west wind. It's not nearly as breezy as it has been the past few days, and it will continue to calm down today. A lot of 20s farther to the north, from 21 to Tipton and in Zionsville, to 23 in Carmel and Fishers. We're sitting at 23 in Newcastle and Greenwood. It's 25 in Richmond, 25 in Bedford, and 22. It's cold around the campus of IU. Of course, the wind chill makes it feel colder. It feels like we're in the teens this morning. Make sure you are bundled up as you're headed out for some Black Friday shopping, and stay bundled up for Circle of Lights tonight, but the wind will barely be out there. That's some great news. Our show begins at 5, but the televised part begins at 6. We'd love to see you out there. It's going to be a lot of fun, but you are dry for your Black Friday and for Circle of Lights and for the Old Oak and Bucket game in West Lafayette, but we change tomorrow. Rain with snow. We're going to be talking about how much accumulation you can expect. Let's talk traffic this morning. The good news is that we haven't had any crashes or slowdowns. I mean, it gets slow around some of these parking lots. Watch out for those. But this is a live look along 465 at Pendleton Pike. Traffic's moving all fine, and it's very quiet in Brownsburg this morning. Hey, you have a big game this weekend. You're headed to the state championship with Westfield. Good luck to all the athletes. Julia?
All right, thank you, Matt. Well, on holidays centered around crowded tables and full hearts, one Indianapolis family is facing an empty seat this year.
Yeah, we know Metro Police say a young boy died after getting a hold of a gun, accidentally shooting himself. And our Alex Almanza was at the scene and has the latest on this investigation.
On Thanksgiving, when families hope for warmth and quiet, the Southwest Side neighborhood is standing in the cold with a big loss.
These are just such tragic, tough incidents. To have known individuals who have lost children from this, man, it's tough.
Police say a 6-year-old boy got a hold of a handgun inside one of these townhomes early Thanksgiving evening and accidentally shot himself. IMPD says they rushed to this area. They found the boy still alive and raced him to the hospital, but he later died from his injuries.
You just can't take a bullet back when it's left the gun, and in this instance, a child got a hold of a firearm. We got to do better as the adults, right?
But even for seasoned law enforcement, Officer Tommy Thompson says this scene was almost too heavy to bear.
We're at home this morning trying to get in some, family time. Many of them have young kids or loved ones, and to get this run and to hear that dispatched, man, your heart just sinks. You're gutted right away, like, no way.
Police say the child was with relatives, not his parents, when he pulled the trigger. Thompson says investigators are questioning family members and treating this as an accidental, self-inflicted shooting. Police are using this incident to urge anyone with children at home to secure their firearms, even on quick visits or family gatherings. Simple gun locks like this one are about $7 or $8 on Amazon, but you don't even have to spend any money to keep your children safe. All Indianapolis Public Library locations offer free gun locks, no questions asked. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
IMPD does tell us that detectives will continue working to investigate how the young boy got a hold of the gun. Detectives also say no one is being detained or charged in this case right now.
Metro Police also investigating a shooting on the city's west side that left one man injured. Police say it happened last night around 8:30 at an apartment complex near Washington and Tibbs. Once on scene, officers found a man who was shot, who was then transported to the hospital in critical condition. We're told that man is expected to survive. The other person involved in the shooting was tracked down by officers. Of course, we'll keep you posted once we learn more.
Well, this morning, IMPD is working with the Whitestown Police Department to figure out if a police chase that ended in Tippecanoe County may be tied to a deadly double shooting on the east side.
Yeah, so lots of moving parts in this investigation. So the first one happened around 9 o'clock yesterday morning on the city's near east side near Michigan and Rural. Investigators believe that an empty detached garage caught fire while squatters were living inside of it. They say this is the second fire they've responded to at that location.
A 1-year-old and a 3-year-old child were also found in the home but unharmed. The discovery is now leaving neighbors feeling a little uneasy.
And I thought it was just a regular fire, like, you know, a little kitchen fire. So I'm alarmed that this is what happened. I know this is an everyday occurrence that happens in Indianapolis, unfortunately, but there's no getting used to it.
And police say there is a separate arson investigation in this case. Right now, Metro Police are asking anyone with any information to give them a call.
Well, IFD was also busy on Thanksgiving responding to at least 3 other fires across the city.
Now, the first one happening around 9 o'clock yesterday morning, again near Michigan and Rural. So investigators believe that squatters were living in a vacant, unattached garage when it caught fire. They say this is the second fire they've responded to at that location.
Less than 10 minutes later, first responders also were called to put out a fire at a double residence, this one near Washington and Emerson. Investigators here say it started in the attic, but haven't said how it started. 5 adults and a child were displaced here.
And then just before 11 yesterday morning, police responded to a large apartment fire near Banta and Bluff Roads. Firefighters say it started on the balcony of a second-floor apartment before quickly spreading to the apartment and attic. We're told 8 apartments in total were impacted, leaving 11 adults, a child, and 2 dogs displaced. 1 firefighter was slightly injured.
Well, state lawmakers are preparing for a call with the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, as they also get ready to take up redistricting again.
We're expecting that call to happen tomorrow afternoon with Indiana House Republicans, and it comes just days before they return to the State House to start the 2026 legislative session early. So originally it was supposed to happen January 5th.
But Indiana House lawmakers are now back this coming Monday with the state Senate and also the following Monday. Now, the reason for the early start is, of course, to take on that redistricting issue. But sources also are confirming that Saturday's call with Speaker Johnson, it's not mentioning redistricting specifically as the topic of that meeting. Well, the biggest shopping day of the year is already underway in central Indiana.
That's right. We know stores opening back up for Black Friday, and that includes several malls right here in central Indiana. Our Anna Chalker joins us down in Greenwood Park Mall, where we know doors officially opened to the mall just minutes ago. And Anna, see a crowd of people already behind you with their bags.
Yeah, that's right. We just opened about 9 minutes ago. We're ready to go, but they even let the doors open just a little bit so we could start getting a line. And we know one of the hot spots here at the Greenwood Mall, Bath & Body Works. This is what we like to see here. They actually had to do a little bit of a cap so they wouldn't overflow the shop, but this is their second wave of people who've been standing out here this morning. The big deal here, buy 3, get 4 free. I don't know if you're like me. I love a Bath & Body Works deal. I think everyone kind of likes that. So, hey, if you're stepping out here, buy 3, get 4 free. That's here inside the Bath & Body Works across the way at Hollister. That's 30% off. We've been checking some other stores as well. A big Black Friday sale at JD, the sports shoe store. But we've just really been seeing a lot of people here because really part of the mall open at 5. You may remember JCPenney line wrapped around the building for that. You got a free snow globe when you got to walk in this morning. And we talked with a group of high schoolers from Columbus North out there this morning. They got there at 4:25. Take a listen to why they say this is a new tradition for them this year.
Well, we were just like, we always see it in the videos or movies of like waking up at like 2 in the morning to go to Black Friday shopping. So like, let's try it. And so then we are.
Yep. Hey, good for them. That is something we like to see there. You know, they were saying they were kind of expecting some chaos, but no chaos here. That's what we like to have, especially on a Black Friday. A little more mild, a little more chill, where you can get the deals, stay warm inside here because we know it's cold. So a lot of the lines, you're inside. Don't have to be too bundled up here. But again, waiting on some lines, walking through the second round of people coming in. But we know we're expecting some more people as they're getting up throughout the rest of the morning. But we'll have another check for you here inside the Greenwood Mall at 6:45.
All right, our Anna Chalker reporting live for us. Thanks, Anna.
Well, we also had thousands of people braving the cold, lacing up their running shoes Thanksgiving morning for the annual Drumstick Dash. I know you did. This was the 23rd year for this.
23rd year, and we know that they raised about $143,000 of their goal is about $150,000. So lots of people, I think more than 10,000 people signed up to run out there. Some people might say they're a little nutty. That was actually a video of my other buddy.
Oh, really? In the banana outfit?
He was in the Bowser.
Okay.
Super Mario. His family does a whole little thing every year. But anyways, these are some of the photos I took at the start line with a couple other local reporters in the market. And it was a good time. It was very cold, but I did the full race. It was about 4 miles, about 43 minutes. But
well done. You worked at that turkey off
tough.
either before or after.
I did.
We see, Matt, that they are bundled up for sure. And if you're heading out to the Circle of Lights or even that football game up in West Lafayette tonight,
yes,
this is going to be a cold night.
It'll be cold all across the state. So whatever Matthew wore yesterday, just keep on wearing it today as well. Maybe you're headed out tonight for Circle of Lights. At least the winds will be calming down, but we have to talk about snow. Heavy snow likely. How could that impact your weekend? We'll talk about it.
All right, well, we also could be getting colder in some other parts of the country coming up. More on the polar vortex rolling in some places of the country next week.
Plus, one of the National Guard's shot in the attack on the nation's capital has died. Coming up, we'll break down new details we're learning about the alleged suspect.